Hi, my name's Nicole from Nicole Winkler Jewellery, and today we're going to be talking about sapphires. Now, sapphires are the birthstone for September, and they're also the traditional gifts for the 5th and the 45th anniversaries. So I don't know what's a better excuse than that. 5 years, gentlemen. It's a beautiful right-hand ring gift, I think. So sapphires, traditionally people think of them as blue. So we know about Princess Di's ring, which is a 12-carat ring with a beautiful halo of white diamonds around it. And that was actually from the catalogue, from the established range of Gerard jewellers, and they're the jewellers to the crown. But you can also buy them just from their flagship store. And so Princess Di actually chose that herself, and there was a fair amount of controversy that it was an off-the-shelf ring. But it is a beautiful 12-carat Ceylon sapphire. So when people say Ceylon sapphires, they're from Sri Lanka. Then the other really famous sapphires are from Kashmir, and they're a beautiful cornflower blue. Now, cornflower blue is in the middle. So it's a bright, vibrant blue. It's not too dark and it's not too light. But really, when you come to choose a colour gem, you want to choose something that really makes you happy. Some people love those really dark inky stones. Some people love the light stones. Now, sapphires are perfect for everyday wear. They're really great stones for an engagement ring or an everyday ring. They're a 9 on the Mohs scale of hardness, so a diamond is a 10, so they're the second hardest gem in the world. Sapphires have been used in jewellery for centuries, for millennia. They used to be worn and still are by royalty, and in the Middle Ages people used to think that they were a very spiritual stone, so the clergy would wear sapphires. One of the most famous sapphires is the Rockefeller sapphire, and that's a beautiful big rectangular stone. It's a step cut. It's just over 62 carats, and it went for over $49,000 per carat. So it was a pretty impressive stone. Now, sapphires don't just come in blue. They come in all sorts of beautiful shades. So when you talk about different colours of sapphires, most people will think of sapphires as blue. And the other colours are often known as fancy colours. In the jewellery world, just about everything is fancy. So other colours that you can get in sapphires are beautiful pinks, and there are lovely orangey colours. Now, there's a very rare, very precious sapphire called a parti-coloured, and they are a lovely kind of peachy pink colour. And the true parti-coloured are really very expensive and very rare. Princess Eugenie actually has a beautiful parti-coloured sapphire in her engagement ring. It's really stunning. So other tones that sapphires can come in are purples, greens, blues, of course. Then there are lovely teal colours. Now, teal-coloured sapphires are very, very popular at the moment. And there are lovely teal-coloured sapphires that come out of Australia. So if you're looking for an ethically sourced stone, then you know if you're buying it from Australia, then it's been mined under ethical circumstances. There are also beautiful bluey green, tealy colours that come out of America from the Montana mines, and they are lovely. They don't get in very big sizes, and they're quite rare. Now, sometimes you can get sapphires that are actually 2 different colours at once, and they're called a parti sapphire. So that's P-A-R-T-I. Now, you can get beautiful Australian parti sapphires. They might be blue, green. They have a lovely kind of bright yellow tone to them sometimes. So when you're choosing a sapphire, you have to look for similar things as you would in a diamond. So, of course, the first thing that you'll notice is the size of the stone, and that's a carat weight. The bigger the stone is, the more expensive it's going to be. Then the other thing that's really, really important is colour. And there are some colours that are more expensive than others. So a really strong, true Ceylon blue in a cornflower, that will be a lot dearer than the really dark stones or the really light stones. Paparazzi sapphires, as I mentioned before, are a much more expensive stone. On the whole, if it's a really bright, vibrant, strong colour, then that's the most expensive in that particular colour bandwidth. Really pale sapphires are not as expensive, really dark, murky ones, again, not as expensive. But you need to choose something in looking for a coloured gem that makes your heart sing, that makes you happy, that you will have on your hand and you'll look at it and go, oh, that's beautiful, I love it. So it doesn't matter what is the most expensive, you choose what you love. So here we've got a beautiful cornflower blue Sri Lankan sapphire or Ceylon sapphire. This one here is a really gorgeous Australian teal sapphire, so that comes from Queensland. This one is again an Australian stone, but this is a party sapphire, so you've got lovely blues and greens. It's actually a similar kind of tone to the Montana sapphires from America. This is a fabulous hot pink Sri Lankan sapphire, beautiful purple one, and again a lovely nice true green. You can also get lovely sunflower yellow stones as well, and white sapphires. Now, in sapphires, there are very often little inclusions, which are marks within the stone. So if you see a few little inclusions, then that's fine, as long as they don't bug you. If there's a big inclusion right on the table of the stone, then that will bring the price of the stone down. And unless you're looking for something that's really quirky and a little bit organic looking, I would generally steer towards a clearer stone. Then you've got the cut of a stone. Now, I was looking at some stones earlier on this week that were really big, lovely clear stones, unheated, but the cut was terrible on them. So they were kind of wonky looking. They don't have the sparkle that a really well-cut stone will have. So for me, it's really important that you have a really well-cut stone. Often that will mean it's a little bit more expensive, because to get a really good cut, you're cutting for sparkle rather than weight. So often gem cutters, to get a really heavy stone, won't cut as well, because they will cut to the natural size of the gem crystal. The vast majority of sapphires that you find on the market these days have been treated to some extent. Now, a lot of stones are heat treated, and that means that they've been heated to 1700 to 1800 degrees Celsius. Now, doing that will often increase the colour of a stone, and it will burn out any of the very subtle impurities in a stone. Now, if you're buying a sapphire, you should know whether it's been treated or not. So untreated sapphires, quite rare. Treated sapphires is really most of the market, but you should know whether it's been treated or not. Heat treating is a permanent process, so it won't change. Now, if you have a coloured gemstone, really any piece of jewellery needs to be cleaned. Often we forget about doing it, so you might clean the rest of the house, but you don't clean your ring ever. So to clean a natural gemstone, that's not a diamond, a coloured gem, what you will do is you will put it in some warm water, a few drops of whatever you wash the dishes with, not a dishwasher tablet, but like the liquid. Leave it in the warm water for maybe 10 minutes, and that will help dissolve stuff. Then you get a soft toothbrush, maybe you have one especially for this purpose, a baby's toothbrush, and then you get in and you clean it. Then rinse it out so that any soap that's on there will come off, and then it will be lovely and clean. It's best to do that maybe once a week, once a fortnight, and with coloured gems, I always recommend to my clients that as soon as you get home, you take your ring off, you have a spot that you put it, same spot every day so you don't lose it, and then you take it off as soon as you get inside. When you leave the house, put it back on, and then it won't get all covered in gunk, moisturisers, shampoo, whatever. So coloured gemstones are an absolute passion of mine. I love all of the beautiful different coloured shades there are. You can choose something that really suits you, that isn't about getting something that's big and expensive, but something that makes you happy. If you'd like to have a chat with me, you can always message me. So send me an email. All of my contact details are on my website. I'm at nicolewinkler.com and socials are Nicole Winkler Jewellery. I've got clients all over the country and a lot of international clients as well. So if you'd like to work with me to design something that's a really beautiful, bespoke piece of heirloom jewellery, then shoot me through a message and we'll make a time to chat.